Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something sick.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. So did any parts come up that you'd like to get to know better or change your relationship with?
Well, so what happened was I got the sensation of a whirlwind, almost like a tornado from the bottom up, spinning. And my teeth started chattering, which is a signal that that there's something there that happens when there's something there for me. So I don't know what the whirlwind is about, but I'm kind of in a position here at the dance where I'm going to run into somebody that kind of puts me in a whirlwind sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to for a little while, and I don't know how that's going to go. But I don't know what the whirlwind was. There's a different name that they use when it's out on the prairie.
Cyclone, twister.
No, it's a little thing where it stirs up dust bunnies along the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, if you'd like, we could tune into that and try to see what that's about. Or if there's anything else you wanted to explore, that's fine too.
I think that's the place to go. That's what came to me.
Okay, the whirlwind.
I don't know what it means.
Okay. So you could just tune in and see what else you notice about it, in or around your body. What other qualities it has?
Excuse me. So it started around my waist and it whirled up and then made me cough. So kind of between my waist and maybe my mouth is where the whirlwind is existing. And it starts at the outside, but it comes up inside through me.
Okay. And I'm guessing it's kind of a high energy, kind of bustling
fairly
feel?
High energy. Yes. Energetic, yeah.
Okay.
Not negative, though. Not damaging or negative, just enthusiastic is the word that came to mind.
Okay. And right now, as you notice it there, how do you feel towards it?
Happy.
Oh?
Yeah.
Welcoming.
Did you say welcoming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is that happiness like the whirlwind's happiness, or are you feeling like happy towards it, or like glad that it's there? Does that make sense?
So more or less, no, I think it's my happiness. I don't think it's the whirlwind's happiness.
Okay. And are you feeling curious about it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So see if you can just extend that curiosity, let it know that you're feeling curious about it and that you're welcoming it to show up however it wants to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's
just
coming
try
over to me.
Good.
Little. It's real little, and it's coming over to me.
Okay. Just ask it what it wants you to know.
Play.
It wants to play?
It wants to play. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else does it want you to know about itself?
That it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
So let's see, where do I go from there?
Well, are there other parts that come up that conflict with it, or that it's, you could even ask it, are there parts that are hard on it?
Okay. No, I don't feel that.
Mm-hmm. So it wants,
only that it feels more out on the outside, and I'm not sure that that's where things need to be.
okay, can you say more about that?
So during this part of the conversation, it feels more external.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Separate, I guess is the word.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes that's good to allow you to get a better look at it. You know, a lot of what we do is called unblending. When parts are right on top of us, it's hard to see them.
Oh, yeah, the forest through the trees. Okay.
So, does it have any concerns that it wants to tell you about?
No, I can't find any.
Is this a part that you would like to change your relationship with in any way? You could also ask that to it. Does it want to interact with you in a different way?
Excuse me. I'm not really sure. That feels like there's more solid. It's less of a whirlwind and a more solid object or being, and then maybe wanting to be closer, not to separate.
Yeah. Okay. So does that make sense to you that it would prefer to be closer and that it's felt like there's some separation?
Yeah, it does.
Could we call that separation apart? Like, is there something or another part that gets in between and that doesn't want you to get close to it?
I feel like the answer to that is yes, but I don't know.
Okay. Maybe you can look out for that. Maybe you could see if that has any place in your body or around your body. Anything that feels like it's kind of distancing or doesn't want this part close to you.
I don't know what that is, but I feel like there's a triangle, and I don't know if it's like between me and that part and the, and the new element, or if there's something else, but it feels like there's the in-between, or the coming in between is a triangle.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you notice about that new part? Does it have qualities, color, energy,
Pushy.
vibe? Pushy, yeah.
It's pushy.
Mm-hmm. And how are you feeling towards the pushy part?
I feel like I'm pushing back a little and maybe standing my ground on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So just the kind of roadmap that I'm having right now is, in order for you to learn more about this whirlwind energetic part, or to get closer to it, you might need to negotiate with the pushy part. And in order to negotiate with the pushy part, I would suggest asking the part of you that's pushing back for some space and see if it will just allow you to get to know the pushy part.
Okay. Yep, done.
Okay. Great. Now how are you feeling towards the pushy part?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know what it is. I feel like there's a tightening around my throat.
Mm-hmm. You can just welcome that. Let it know that you see it and you notice it.
Okay.
And you could ask it what it wants you to know.
So it seems like there's a lot of confusion between what, confusion, I think is the right word, between what is happening with all of them, and a little bit of fear about letting them expand is the word that came, letting them roam or get to know each other.
Right. Okay. So the tightening around the throat is saying that it has that concern about letting these parts loose and get to know each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And, I don't see it as a goal in IFS to get parts to get along necessarily. I think the goal is to get them to get along with you and for you to get to know them. But
okay.
Typically I'm kind of targeting a single part and working on the relationship with a single part so that they don't have to fight each other, because they might never agree. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there is that self energy that can, have compassion for all of them, and they can communicate with the self. So that's kind of the goal. So you could maybe let that tightness in the throat now.
Yeah, that actually is much better. A lot better. Actually, it's
Awesome.
gone. Yeah. And it feels a lot like good to know that I can ask that pushy part to just kind of step off to the side and not, involve or,
Yep.
to just allow me to have time with the playful part.
Yes.
And that's interesting. Well, that'll be helpful this weekend.
Yeah. And we can go whatever direction you want to go in this conversation. But it does sound like there's this dynamic of a playful part and a part that's pushing it away.
Right.
So I don't know. My intuition is still to get to know the pushy part.
Uh-huh.
But we don't have to go there if you don't want to.
I'm thinking maybe the next time that would be something that I would rather explore at that time, just now to know that I can set it aside.
Yeah.
And not have it engage the way that that it wants to.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, and you can just ask it for space. Let it know that you want to get to it another time.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's pushing a little bit on that, but...
Okay. And if it needs to jump in, we can keep addressing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see if there's something that I need to kind of address on that now. Yeah, well, I feel like there's like some information that needs to be shared from that, but it's just more or less, what's the word? Just wanting to express.
Yeah. And I just want to remind you and all your parts that nothing that any of these parts share needs to be shared with me. So,
okay.
Yeah. So if they have a secret for you, or there's part of their story that, I don't need to know the story.
Okay.
So sometimes they're concerned about that.
That's helpful. Okay. So where do you go with, with moving forward? I guess it just depends on what comes up, right?
Yes. And, if your goal is to continue getting to know this energetic part, if you're able to get the pushy part to step back, you could get to know it better.
Okay.
How is it feeling about the closeness there?
I don't think it's not in the space where it's closeness is coming up. That's just not coming up at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, so the other side just really wants to, have a little fun and be engaged is the word that I'm getting.
Does it have any concerns that it won't be able to be engaged, or that engaging isn't safe?
So when you asked about that, the pushy part came back.
Yeah.
like it's that, over there. That's
right.
what it is.
Right.
My pushy part doesn't let me. It reminds me of my dogs. So my one dog, Jack's real timid, like the other one pushes her around, and he kind of does, but she could stand up to him and tell him no.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I did not know where this was going to go, and I'm not really sure where to go from here. I feel like I have a lot of opportunity this weekend to play with the playful part and, to see what comes up with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know that the pushy part needs to necessarily get a say today.
Fair enough.
Huh. Yeah. Thanks, James.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're seeing the dynamic clearly, and you've got that information from the energetic part about this other part that wants to interfere, and just seeing that is a lot. Useful information.
It is, actually. It's very helpful, and I think that it's probably just what I needed to know about moving through with the next couple of days and just enjoying myself.
Okay.
And allowing that part to be, without judgment and without reservations.
Right.
So I'll know more later tonight with that.
Okay.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else?
You just never really do know what's going to come up, do you?
Never know. There are some kind of typical patterns of dynamics, but there's always a surprise in there.
Mm-hmm. So I want to get on and schedule like another meeting with you. See what you have available. But I'll probably pick up on your first next opening.
Okay. Last I checked, it's February. So, if you want to try to find something sooner, I can make something sooner. I have more availability that I'm putting on that calendar. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see how this weekend goes, and then I'll plan on scheduling that on Monday.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to let me know or give me feedback about how this went for you?
Well, I, for me, it always feels a little awkward getting to know and getting in touch. Like I know we did this the other time when we did the session for the group.
Yes.
Remember we kind of videotaped it and we did that. It feels a little awkward having conversations with myself right now, but I understand the concept of it.
Okay.
So conceptual, knowing something and then feeling comfortable doing it are sometimes two different things.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm kind of at a place where it feels a little awkward to engage that way.
Yeah.
And
Is there something we should do differently or could do differently to help with that?
Well, I have company in my room at the moment too, so that there's that.
Yes. Yeah, there's that. Yep. Okay. Well,
let me just go in and sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, so is there something else? Like in the beginning, we did the little meditation,
right.
And then to see that came up. But let me just ask if there's anything else that we need to address while I have you.
Great.
No, and my teeth are not chattering either. They're even quiet. They're like, nope, we're good. That's all I wanted you to know right now. Right now, it's kind of like the thing that I'm getting. That's the feedback that I'm getting. So.
Yeah. Well, even that is a way of building trust with parts to let them know that that you can come back to them and that they're on your calendar, kind of thing. and that you're not going to just push. You're not just going to push past any that don't want to share, and go somewhere where they're not ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome and helpful.
Good.
Yeah, that's really helpful to know.
Okay. Well, feel complete then?
I do.
Okay.
Amazing. It's amazing. The whirlwind.
It is amazing.
I'm going to have a whirlwind weekend.
Okay. I'll update you with some secret dates if you want to try to book something sooner.
Okay, that would be grand. And so I don't know what you charge for these sessions. I don't know how to pay you.
0.
Are you serious?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Now you're supposed to say, okay, I'll take another hour right now. Just kidding.
Yes, of course. In that case, let's just keep going.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite thing to do. So I really just love doing it, and I'm honored and just glad
You're
to do it.
amazing. Thank you.
You're amazing.
All right, James. Listen, I will look for either some secret dates or some public dates, and we'll figure out when the next chat will be. Okay.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.